to Richmond.
Yes, we're in Richmond, Tasmania, and we're heading off to the Richmond Jail. And here we are, Richmond Gaol Historic Site.
Richmond Jail, Australia's oldest existing jail, still in its original preservation. Don't miss it. Come on in and see for yourself.
So this building is 1825 AD. We're going into the day room. When the weather was too wet to work outside, men were locked up for the day in this room. To pass the time, some carved drawings on the window shutters or played draughts or gambling games on two boards entered on the floor. There you go. Yes, we've been locked down and we thought it was bad, and there's some of the games. Draughts, there's a cigar holder in there and some pipes they used to smoke. And a cutthroat razor. Ooh. So this is a bed that they used to sleep on. Down here. Would have been very uncomfortable, I would imagine. Yeah. So this is the flogging yard where they used to get flogged. And I assume this is the toilet. I don't know. Oven, bread oven. It's where they would make their own bread.
And for breakfast they would normally have bread and butter and that.
Bread and butter pudding. That's Emma Martin, who is in solitary confinement. She was sentenced on the 2nd of February 1838 and punished for 21 days solitary confinement and only had bread and water. The bucket was for the toilet.
That one.
This is the Gaoler's residence. The jailer's residence, and that's another bed. I think we're going to go upstairs. This is the Javelin men's room. 6 convict guards, also known as Javelin's men, would be in here. There's an animation of where we are. A different kind of bed. Not sure whether that would be any more comfortable than being on the floor. But anyway. So this is what it was like in... This is the male section. There we are. Bewley's bread. Bewley Tack. So Bewley Tack was transported in 1832 for 7 years for stealing a loaf of bread. There, wow. And we're just back out in the courtyard again before we finish our brief visit and head back towards the bookshop. So that's where the jailers lived, and the javelins as they were called. And so today we are at Port Authur Historic Site in southern Tasmania. And we're going to do a boat tour, which leaves the jetty, and we're going to do a walking tour later. But we're going to just take a look around at some of the historic buildings first. So over there you can see the original gardens, and there's a fountain in the middle. We'll have a closer look later. It's where the government wives and children used to go. So this is the officers' gardens. Here, almost every vegetable which forms the comfort or nursery of a European table is to be found in these gardens. Currants, gooseberries and strawberries are plentiful. Peaches, apples, cherries, plums, pears and figs are to be met with, also cucumbers and melons. Thomas Lempier, Commissioner Officer, 1839, said that. So this is the police station, Langford's, the new police residence at Port Authur. This modern building is likely situated in Port Arthur's main street and was originally erected for the Tasman Peninsula Police Headquarters, which have been transferred there from Promedina. Relics of the ancient freestone hospital may be seen in the background. The Mercury newspaper, 13th of November 1936. Put that up. So we have now come inside what was one of the jails. It's being supported by iron supports, I think. I think we can go down. And up the top we can see the guard tower and also the commandment's house in the distance. And we are now at the church. This was the main religious building on the site where they used to come for services, and they'd usually have possibly a Methodist priest or someone come in here. It's a big open space so that they could fill it up with lots of people. So what you're seeing here is the accountant's house.
Yeah.
The house was built in 1843 to house the medical officer responsible for the outlying probation stations. Later it was occupied by the officer in charge of the commissariat stores, who was known as the accountant. So this house is the junior medical officer's house. In March 1848, Thomas Lempriere, the commissariat officer, and his family moved out of their old weatherboard house and into this new brick house. So it's a bit dark in here, but we've come inside the bedroom of the house. That's better. 14 children would grow up in this house, so it's not a very big house. This room has a piano in it. This was recreated from a painting that they had of this room, so they could try and recreate it to what it was through the painting. And here's another one of the bedrooms, and this is the last room we've got to see. There is an upstairs too. I'm guessing there's more bedrooms upstairs. Don't forget, 14 children in here. So yes, not a lot of room to keep 14 children.